The world's going to change through the fourth estate. I'm going to tell you how I'm going to do it starting here in Canada. Okay, the fourth estate, for those who don't understand it. 1789, you have the French Revolutions. There's 4 different sections of the society. You have the clergy, you have the aristocracy, you have the people, which is 75% of the population, and you have the press. Each have a vote during the French Revolution. It's ridiculous because if they each have a vote, 75% is getting outdone by the other 3 who are barely representing 25% of the population. But the fourth estate is a free, intelligent, active, aggressive at times press that is separate, has to be separate from all institutions of power, separate from the money, separate from the government, separate from everything, because they are the arbiters. They are the truth seekers. They are the people that are going to ask the hard questions, even when the hard questions brings down the wrong people. That's where the power lies. And we've abdicated it. We've given it away. We've given it away to Kellogg's. We've given it away to the oligarchs. We've given it away to politicians. We've given it away to party loyalty. We've given it away. And the people that own those press companies, the people that sit at the heads of these brilliant, amazing things, are now having to make decisions about staying popular versus staying real and powerful. And by the way, people, that's on us. Let's be honest, that is on us. When we have a real news program in front of us and we switch the channel because we want to know what's going on with Kanye and his latest wife, that's on us. And that's embarrassing, but we have to take it back. So the fourth estate is what we need to empower. The other day I was sitting watching Newsroom with Jeff Daniels. If you never watched Newsroom, what are you doing with your life? Pull it together. But I'm watching this show of an individual who is on this kind of Fox-esque kind of news program. He was very popular, very well liked, never really reported on the news because anything too hard or anything too controversial lost him viewers. And in one moment, with one question, it all changed. And all of a sudden he wanted to do, with this amazing group of people, the news. No matter, if it all has to burn down, it all has to burn down. And I've been watching this show again, the 3 seasons that there is, and I have been inspired. I'm watching it going, why isn't this happening? Why isn't the news pressing political pundits hard in the paint, hard in the paint, hard in the paint, every single turn that they have, no matter what political party they're from? Why are they not pressing corporations? Why are they not digging deep, uncovering truths that are getting in the way of democracy, getting in the way of freedom, getting in the way of building a progressive society that we all want? I'm watching this, and Anna's sitting there typing on her computer, not paying attention to me, not watching me, and I'm like, I am losing it because this show is inspirational. This show is amazing. And I'm actually making myself sick. I can't even speak anymore. I'm making myself sick because this isn't real. And I'm all hyped up. And Anna doesn't even look up at me and she goes, well, why don't you make it real? Why don't you make it real? Well, that's what I want to do. And then today I had Stacey Green Living call me in the middle of my morning, scared me to death because she doesn't call me in the first thing in the morning at all. And she says, now's the time for the CBC. And I went, what? She goes, now's the time, Joe. Now's the time. You do whatever you need to do to get on the CBC, to shape the CBC, to embolden the CBC in order to be the start of the fourth estate revolution that we so desperately need. We so desperately need. And I will call out any political figure that's pressing it, that's doing it the wrong way, that's trying to hide how they're trying to do it. If you don't want to answer a question, I'm going to ask you again. You don't want to answer again in sidestep, I'm going to answer again. I'm going to ask you again. And onwards and onwards and onwards, I am going to be a dog with a bone. And I am going to build out a staff that has the potential, the capacity, and heaven help me, the money from wherever we get it that doesn't make us, doesn't control how we actually do it. Because in my opinion, the CBC should be a constitutional right. Let me say that again. The CBC and the funding to the CBC should be a constitutional right. And a lot of political parties, well, let's just be honest, one wants to defund it altogether because they're like, it's not making any money. Is making money the only reason that we have anything in existence? Because if you're going to say it has to make money, then you're going to say it has to abide certain rules and certain limitations, and it's going to have to kowtow and bend its knee to certain oligarchs. Is that what you want? Or do you want a fully funded, fully powerful investigatory body in the CBC that can make sure they hold people to account. And money and power cannot get in its way because the Constitution dictates otherwise. Any political party, any government official, any oligarch, any monopoly corporation holding individual that stands against that is standing against that, so they are not held accountable, and I am done with it. So as of today, I am stipulating, as of today, I will be fighting for exactly that. The revolution is going to happen in the fourth estate. It has to be a constitutional right. It has to be fully funded regardless of what politician happens to be sitting in that office or what oligarchs happen to be doling out the money. It is for Canada, for the world, because without it, we fall into the abyss, and that's exactly why we are right where we are.